sometimes sitting in worship can be excruciatingly uncomfortable. Um, the way I describe it, and this came to me many, many years ago sitting in worship, I feel like all the other Quakers' minds are like old Irish setter dogs. They come into worship, they circle in front of the fire a couple of times, and they settle into silence. And my brain is like a chihuahua with the mailman stepping onto the front porch, just yapping, 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 yapping. I later learned about the monkey mind of Buddhism, but um, just constant chatter. So it's sometimes very, very challenging and also a gift. I'm Mary Linda McKinney. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm a longtime member of Nashville Friends Meeting. Although for the past 3 years, I've been on sojourn with a number of other faith communities. So what does it mean to me to be a bad Quaker? And I actually think I have to step back from that and say, what does it mean to be a good Quaker? So I think there are two answers to that. One is cultural and one is spiritual. And I'm bad at being a cultural Quaker. I think I'm good at being a spiritual Quaker. I have severe ADD. I always march to my own drummer, and my drummer doesn't play the kind of music that anybody around me ever wants to hear. I'm pretty much a misfit in any community that I'm around, and that includes Quakers. I don't make small talk. I'm blunt, but not in the good Quakerly kind of ways of being blunt. The culture is very uncomfortable for me sometimes, but spiritually, to be a good Quaker is to seek the will of God as an individual and corporately with others. And from that perspective, I feel like I'm a good Quaker because I do want to live my life letting God's will flow through me. And I want to do that in community with others. I think God always meets us where we are. And over the decades that I have been a friend, I have been in so many different states of being. And meeting for worship was both a comfort to me and a challenge for me, but I was being as good a friend as I knew how to be or was able to be. And being there as my authentic self was what I had to offer to God at that point. So I'll say that I think when we show up, that's all God requires of us.
Thanks for watching this Quaker Speak video. We release a new video every other Thursday. You can watch all our videos in this playlist here. You can subscribe to our channel by clicking this button here. You can support us through our Patreon here. Thanks again for watching and have a happy Thursday.